Yeah, good evening. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Wednesday, the 11th of December 2019. This is just my weekly analysis video where I go over all of the trades, all the pairs I'm trading, have a look at them on the high probability and the mod MACD methods. Just for your information, it's currently 11:30 p.m. on Wednesday night. Remember, I'm in Vietnam, so it's Hanoi time. Basically at 2 a.m. in about 2.5 hours. We'll go to the, we'll just quickly cover the news first. So look at the Forex Calendar. So this is local time. So at 10:30, an hour ago, we had out of the USD crude oil inventories. Geez, I got that wrong. The forecast was minus 2.9 million and it come out at positive 0.8 million, not even close. Anyway, this is the important one, 2 a.m. It's the federal funds rate. So this is all just all the same basically. So they're not expecting a change. It's the forecast, this middle column. So they expect interest rates in the US to remain at 1.75%, but depends on what is said at this press conference, which is half an hour later, and how the market reacts to whatever number comes out there. If that number comes out any different, it'll definitely move. It's probably going to move anyway, so just be careful. By the time you probably watch this, it's probably already done and dusted. Then at 3:30 in the morning, we have SMB, which is Swiss National Bank. Remember, you can just click on this little envelope sort of thing here, and tells you what it is. So interest rate. The Swiss National Bank seeks to maintain the short-term money market. So you just click on that, it tells you. So that's at 3:30, so it affects the Swiss. Then this is probably the big one all day on Thursday out of the UK, Great Britain. The elections, general elections, all about Brexit, remember. So that's a big one. And we have the Swiss press conference. And this is followed by the European main refinancing rate, which is basically their interest rate. Click on that and it tells you. You can read all that and pause the video and slow it down. So it's a big day in news, and then we've still got other high impact retail sales out of the US. This is a big day. This is a big day in Forex news, so be careful, people. All right, let's have a look. Remember, we've got the JAGfx Facebook group, all right? So you can post in here. We've got quite a few members now, so welcome to all the new members. Thanks for joining, and thanks for the older members hanging around. And in here, if you've been here for the first time, please read this top post from Christina. It just tells you where everything is. Basically tells you to go across to the files folder over here, click on that, and it gives you everything you need to know. So, for example, we have my recommendations, daily chart analysis, YouTube videos, Telegram links, scripts, custom indicators, trade screenshots, which I share, resources for Mac users, trade results, which I'll show you in a minute, and the FAQs and the multiple trade spreadsheet. FAQs, got plenty of information there. You can download that and read that if you want. So before you ask a question, have a look in there first. But happy to answer any questions. Just email me or drop a message in Facebook or Telegram, etc. Now the spreadsheets, we'll have a quick look at them. So we've got a few sheets along here. This is the one I'm concentrating on at the moment. HP, high probability, and mod MACD combined. So this one. Start date 26th of June 2019. All on the daily charts. Up to trade 445 at the moment. So there's a fair bit of action there. Just to give you a recap, you can obviously read the titles across the top here. The winners are highlighted in this backward blue. Break even or close to break even are highlighted in this green. Anything I consider high risk against MAs, etc., has normally got this red block in there under MA. Losers are in this red pinky color. And if you see yellow, it means there's been some sort of partial close. And that's what I've still got to remain open. So I've already written some figures in there. So that's the spreadsheet. So you can go through it all. You can see plenty of blanks there. I'm not even sure. See, we still got, I've got a running total, but it probably because there's still outstanding trades way back. So there's trades way back from July still on the pound. So hence my total's not complete. If you go across to this one, HP and MM results, this is just a combination of the same thing. Keep in mind it's all based on a base lot of 0.02. So these are the pips each pair. These are all the pairs I'm trading. You can see the pips and the dollars. Don't worry about the pips too much. It's more the dollars we're concerned about. Overall results on the right here. Not sure how entirely accurate they are, but they're pretty close to the mark. Don't get excited by the amount of pips. Look at the dollars, and I've still got lots of outstanding trades, so don't get too excited by the dollars either. Oh, pardon me. Sheets now going across to the charts. This is my profile for the daily high probability charts. Generally, when the title, like on the pound AUD here, is extended, that means there's a trade on that chart. If it's indented like this, it means there's no trade on the, like for the pound yen. So we'll go through one of these at a time. If I'm speaking too fast for you or you don't understand my Australian accent, either slow down the video or pause the video. You can read my notes on the chart, etc. So you'll know where it's at. So it's just a matter of pausing and reading my notes. As I said, I'm happy to answer any questions. Right, we'll start with a pound yen. I'm in no trades at the moment. Now, what I normally do, if you see a grey vertical dotted line like that, means I'm just looking at something. In this case, I had remember the MACD Platinum, if it's below the zero level, I'm looking for buys. So there was a potential buy trade there. I didn't like it, just all a bit ugly on the chart. This thing had gone sideways. It would have proved to be a profitable trade. And at the moment, I'm not going to take any trades because of the elections on the pound pairs. And I also, if you see red trend lines like this, it means I'm looking at potential, or it's either been confirmed or it's potential. In this case, it's potential because it hasn't been confirmed. Sorry to confuse you. So this is bearish divergence. So this one is regular because prices are going up and the MACD is lower. So it hasn't been confirmed. I need a red QMP dot on this to confirm it. But I'd start drawing every day. I just update charts just to make life a little easier. So moving right along, USD Cad, nothing happening at the moment. It's not a very friendly pair for me to trade. If you see blue trend lines like this, it means I'm looking at something like double top, double bottom, or a possible trend line break or something like that. So I just keep it different from the divergence colours. They're red and green. Blue ones signify I'm looking at something else. Cad. Now this is one I took a, geez, that reversed on me. Right, so this is confirmed bullish divergence, and you can see my notes, hidden bullish divergence. We've got higher lows on price and lower lows on the oscillator, the MACD Platinum. So it's bullish divergence, and like I've been saying for the last couple of weeks, I'm happy to hedge any bullish divergence trades that go against me. I just find that they do work out eventually. So I'm quite happy to hedge, and that's what I've done. I took a buy, so my buys are signified by the blue vertical line and the blue horizontal line at the intersection is where I took the trade, basically. You read my notes, took a buy, a stop, high risk trade is trading into the MA, so I write notes on what I'm thinking at the time. Now you can see there's possible double top forming or a resistance level, hence the blue aqua line, and it's at the 240 LMA, so it's a combination of things. Then I've taken a hedge sell, so this morning I took a hedge sell, expecting, because the MACD is still below the zero level, and straight away it's gone against me straight up to near my buy entry, no big deal. So the stop on the buy trade was removed. I originally had a stop down here, as you can see on my notes. It's been removed because I took the hedge trade. So the hedge trade locks in a loss, so I can't lose any more other than overnight interest rates or the swap. You can see I normally write overall break in, NA as hedged, not applicable, it's hedged. Any divergence, how many pips I've got to date. So it shows you what I'm thinking at the moment. So ideally, I'm looking for this maybe to roll over or give another buy signal and head up where I'll take a second buy and we'll get out of that break even or better, hopefully. That's the plan. It's all a bit messy. It's all very tight. We've got a lot of news coming up, but we'll give it a run. This is my problem trade. Oh, geez, it's not getting any better, is it? This is a very high risk, all right? It's a Euro New Zealand. I've closed all my sell trades in this sequence, so now high risk is no downside protection. So you can read, I've got 4 buy trades. 1, 2, 3, 4. I took one this morning, started off nicely, went up, now look, it's dropped. The MACD Platinum basically has been below the zero level. Technically, you'd say that might have been across the upside, but no, not even close. It is close, but it's not. So it's been down below the zero level all this time, which is highly unusual. So normally I'm looking for it to come up. Yellow dotted lines like this, dashed line, is my overall break even. So it's at that level there. And that's my overall position size. So if you see a plus, I really want price to be above it, not below it. In this case, I'm getting absolutely killed on this trade. Got a few pips in the bank, but not enough pips to cover this. I was hoping today it would pop up. It's always a risk taking another trade, but it's a big drop, so you'd expect some sort of retracement. So if you just threw like a fib tool on there, and I'm not there's something I do all the time, but out of curiosity I sometimes do it. So there's a low there. My overall break-even's at the 50 level. Now, if you watched any of my previous videos, from my previous GAN training, that 50 level is fairly important. So ideally, I'd like to see it pop back up. And that's not unrealistic, especially on this pair. That looks like it's a long way away. This pair's a fast mover. You see some of the big moves it has. So from there to there, it's not that big a deal. But that's not ideal. It appears that every trade I took this morning is completely turned on me, every one of them. But, that happens in trading. Right, moving right along. Cad Swiss, this one's one that can't make up its mind. Now, this looks like a dog's breakfast because it's got trades everywhere. It's a slow-moving pair. Have a look. I think I did this last week. See, it just meanders around. Now, it's not even though it looks like I've got a lot happening, and I have, it's not something I get too stressed about. I can just slowly work my way out of these trades. You can stop, read my notes. They're all contained in a range of about, what are they, 140 pips. So I can just meander this up and down. Look for my next trade I'll be looking for is a buy trade, which then if I get an opportunity, say close a sell trade, I might close 1 or 2 sell trades. And just try to add up the pips, put pips in the bank, and slowly work my way out of this. It looks messy, but it's a pair that doesn't generally move that quick, so it's forgiving. But sometimes you can get in this ugly sort of sideways, no clear direction. So all I need is a nice little squirt one way or the other, and I should be able to clear these trades. And so we'll do the third ugly one, New Zealand Cad. Had all 3 in a row there. This is another one. All my buy trades closed, so now high risk is no upside protection. So this morning I closed a few buy trades. Actually, I can tell you exactly. Closed all of the buy trades. I think there's 5 of them. And I closed 2 of the old sell trades just to reduce my overall risk. So then I took a sell trade, and like I said, everything's gone against me today. No big deal. There's my overall break even down there now. And you can see it's a minus 0.39, so there's no downside, upside protection. So if it just shoots up to the moon, this will get ugly. Again, really I want price to be below that yellow dotted line. And look at this, the MACD Platinum above, like the Euro NZ. Well, it is an NZ pair, so it's pretty similar. It's just been above the MACD Platinum for a long time. And again, you can throw the fib tool on just out of curiosity. Just, look at that. Get back to the 50 on that move up, and that'll get me out of break even. So that's the sort of thing you look at, just like chart structure and that. So that's not too, and how far away is that? That's only 176 pips on a daily chart. That's nothing. This thing has some good moves every now and then. And again, it's not a real fast-moving pair, so I can just try and work my way out of that, no problems at all. And as I said, I've got a few pips in the bank. All right, moving right along. Let's get to some normal trades. This was one of those I took a buy in here. I closed that buy this morning because I got a new sell trade, and it was based on hidden bullish divergence. Here's a hidden bullish divergence. Lower lows on the MACD Platinum and higher lows on price. Then I got a sell signal this morning. Now the sell, by the time I got to the sell signal, it was actually above my entry price. So all I did was close the buy trade for a small profit, 8 pips or something ridiculous. No use going into a hedge trade if you've got a profit on the original trade. So what I'm now waiting on is maybe another buy signal to take a second buy. And right on cue, here comes my vendor past the outside of the building. So that's AUD Yen, Aus Yen, nothing happening. Now the Euro Cad, in a sell from a while back, red dotted lines are stops. So you can read my notes. You can see all the divergence, regular bearish divergence. There's a little double top up here. Prices at the 240 LMA, Euro Cad. It's been pretty hard work trading. You see I'm not making many pips on it. If you see overall break even at POE is point of entry. So it's just point of entry, and it's still minus 0.02, which is my base lot in. So a few pips in the red there, pardon the pun. New Zealand USD, nothing happening. Grey vertical line showing there's a red dot on the MACD Platinum above the 0 level. So I'm looking for sells, red potential regular bearish divergence lines thrown in, not confirmed yet. Now the New Zealand's on the head and up again, but so it's a pretty good pair to trade. I like the Kiwi. Aus Swiss, another one like similar to this morning. I had original hidden bullish divergence, took the buy, high risk, you can read it all up there. Then this morning got a sell trade, so I was happy to take that sell as a hedge. Hidden bullish divergence, happy to take the hedge, and straight away it's bounced straight from this morning, straight back up to my point of entry. So now I'm just waiting for a second buy, and hopefully I'll get that buy sooner than later so I can just ride it up a little bit. My concern is we're in the MAs. Generally I don't like to trade into them, but I like seeing hidden bullish divergence. If there wasn't hidden bullish divergence, that buy trade wouldn't have been a trade I took. But it looks like sort of trend setting up. Remember I was talking in that, if you watched that other video where I was talking about market structure. See, we've hit a low down here, we've had a high, we've come back, and we've had a new high, not a great one. So now you can, even though the MAs are technically heading down, you can just look at that across there and say that market's heading up, So that you're talking about from August there. So the possible the trend is changing. We'll see. So at the moment I'm locking in the loss there. If I hadn't taken that sell this morning and just gone with my stop, where was it, 66,242. So I gave myself plenty of wiggle room so it's about there, the stop on the horizontal line on that crosshair. So I could have been sitting just about 3 or 4 pips down, and that stop wouldn't have been even close. So anyway, that's life. Euro Swiss in nothing at the moment. Possibly could have taken that sell there. It's probably really gone nowhere. I'm just waiting for better signals there. It's sort of a bit sideways. Swiss Japanese Yen in a buy back here. Already closed out half and moved my stop. So you can read my notes. Initial trade, 6th of December, closed half and stop set at 109.333. Puts me in a no-lose overall position. Overall break even at point of entry, and my position size is plus 0.01. So I could close that and go positive. Hidden bullish divergence too, so worked out well. Euro Yen. Let's have a look here. What I mean? I'm in a buy from back here. This is an old buy because I've actually took a second one here, which I got stopped out on when I trailed a stop. So I gave it a bit of wiggle room, this new one, the old one, and the stop's now in place. So I'm locking in a profit there. And yeah, you can see my notes. There was hidden bullish divergence originally. So that went well, that's nice. Then there was a second hidden bullish divergence. So from there to there was the first one. So there to there. And the second one, there to there. So we've got lower lows on the oscillator and higher lows on price. That line I can probably get rid of because that's old school. Delete. So yeah, we got a sort of a sell signal here. I could probably bring up my stop depending on how we go through the news, sort of up to this low around here somewhere, just lock in a few more pips. But looking pretty good on the Euro Yen. Moving right along, USD Japanese Yen, nothing doing. I did get a buy signal here. I didn't. It's regular bearish divergence. It's too high risk, but right on the 240 LMA, and there's the last 4 or 5 days it's just gone bounced around that, and it wasn't exactly a great setup with regards to the MACD Platinum either. Even though it's divergence, I don't really need. I remember with divergence, I only need one dot in the right position in relation to the zero level of MACD Platinum, so it's no big deal, but it looked a bit ugly, and I didn't like with the MAs where everything's tightening up, and with news, big news week, I just want to wait and see how it pans out. Euro USD in no trades at the moment. It's been a tough pair to trade, even though my pips to date don't reflect that. Trust me, it's doing my head in sometimes, Euro, as we all know. Yeah, we're in the MAs at the moment. I've got to wait for this news. Nothing there. Aussie New Zealand, been in a sell all the way back here off that beautiful double top, and it was from another sequence of trades I took. I'm down to 0.01 now, and my stop is here, locking in profit. Eventually, this thing will turn up. It's got to. That's just a big drop down. And look, see, this has come down. There's the grey line because there's a blue dot in the MACD Platinum. Look at that. You could probably, here we go, we'll make some, should have probably done this previously, but there is definitely divergence forming there now, as you can see. So it's regular bullish divergence. See the MACD's heading up, price is heading down. Eventually that will turn and head up. Take my stop out. I might look at, say, dropping down and say a 4-hour chart. Here's the same chart. It's just some 4-hour. There's nowhere I can really move my stop to at the moment. If this rolls over, I might use this high here, but at the moment, stop's not in a bad spot. And look at that. It's just been a constant. Sometimes this pair is tough to trade. Sometimes it gives you really good trades. You get some good moves, but look at that. Went up, sideways, down. All right, moving right along. Pound Aussie, another one I took a hedge this morning because I'm in a heap of ugly trades, sells, and one buy back here. So today I took a hedge buy. That's this hedge buy here. That was this morning, and straight away, as usual, every trade, like I said, it's gone against me today. No big deal though. UK elections, 12th to 12th, therefore protecting my position. Overall break even, NA as hedged. So I will just try and work my way out of these slowly but surely. It's a big move up. Depending on what happens in the elections, this could go either way. I've tried to read up on some of the news, what they're expecting, and the usual. It's like asking an economist for an opinion. You get it. Ask 5 economists for an opinion, you get 10 different opinions. Moving right along, Euro pound. At least I'm winning in one pound pair. Took a sell all the way back here. It's gone down nicely. Still heading down, drawing potential regular bullish divergence. Lower lows on price, possible higher lows on the oscillator, the MACD Platinum. Nothing's been confirmed. Now the MACD Platinum is below the zero level, but again, the elections are coming. So at the moment, we've got a stop in place, locking in some further profit. So it's all good. Here's another one that from today. Look at this. Someone must be watching. I can't believe that every trade has gone against me. But they're a hedge trade, so it's not a big deal. All right, as you can see my notes, a sell here. This is the Euro Aussie. Sell was taken here. Didn't really go much. Then I got this buy signal today, so I took the hedge. Again, removed my original stop, which was at 164,628. So let's have a look at that. 164,628. So it's up here somewhere. It was above this high. So if I'd left my trade in place and didn't take that hedge, my stop would be well and truly sweet, and I'd actually be in profit from my original sell. You can see the MACD Platinum still above the zero level. I've got no doubt it's probably going to creep through that zero level tomorrow. This is unbelievable. What's going on here? A few pips in the bank. Happy to take another trade. It's not a bad pair to trade this Euro Aussie at times. You get some nice little moves, and it's yeah, it's not bad. Aussie USD. The Aussie's obviously making the move because every Aussie pair I've looked at, it's heading up. There was I don't know why I didn't take this, or did I? Yeah, I did take it. There was a hidden bullish divergence. So there. I took a buy trade in here, in there somewhere. It was a high risk trade because we're already in the MA. So if there wasn't that divergence there, I wouldn't take this trade normally. And there was a little bit of wiggle room. You can see my vertical line is the MACD Platinum's well below the zero level at that level, but it just went up and it went sideways for a bit. And I think when it got near the zero level, I just got out. I probably got out. I think it just had in here somewhere. And I had a stop in place, probably down below the low lows. So if I'd left it, I would have been sweet. But as soon as I get through that zero level in the MACD Platinum, I'm sort of looking to take some action. In hindsight, well, it probably wasn't the smartest thing, but you don't know what's going to happen. It was a high risk trade to begin with. MACD at the zero level, just get out. Who cares if it goes to the moon? I'll get over it. Pound Cad, another one that's a little bit of strife, but I've taken a hedge back here, buy. So I've got 3 sells on. And now I took a buy here to hedge all this. And I knew elections were coming up, obviously. And now we've got potential regular bearish divergence setting up at that election tomorrow and being a pound pair. Better off just being hedged and just waiting for the dust to settle than see what I can do after. Cad Yen, this is one that I've taken what did I take? A buy followed by a hedge sell. You can read my notes there. Then I took a second buy in here. So it's the old 1, 2, 3. My break-even level, overall break-even level's there, 82,470. Now, it went up there and it touched it, stayed there, touched it. 4 days. It just didn't go too far. Then it pulled back, and I'm thinking, damn, I missed a chance, but the MACD Platinum's still below the zero level, so I'm not getting too stressed. Then it went back up again, 1, 2, had a little spot, a bit higher, and I thought, there we go, it's going to take off. Still didn't, dropped down again. Now it's heading back up again, and the MACD's still below the zero level. So this thing, it's a bit ugly in here, but it's at least it's doing what it's supposed to be doing, based on my hidden bullish divergence theory. So we'll see if it pops through there. I might just call it quits and get out. Pound Swiss. Now this is my one and only mod MACD setup. So remember the mod MACDs is fast MACD, which is just a standard one with, instead of 12, 26, 9, the settings are 6, 12 and 1. So it gives you this fast line that crosses through the zero level, and that's the main signal. So when I get a cross through the zero level, like in this case, this is a buy. I'm looking for other confirmation. This Aqua MA is a 25 simple moving average. So ideally, you want price to close above that. So we get a cross here, which has to be confirmed. So it's on the close of the candle, and a close above the 25 SMA, then that's a buy signal. It is better if there's a green Q&P. I got it 1 candle later, so no big deal. That's just an extra thing. So this is a sort of a modified version of the modified MACD, if that makes sense. So I took a buy, and today I placed a stop just because of the elections. It's made a few pips, but it's not exactly heading off to the moon as yet. And you can see on the high probability setup, there's a potential. I should probably draw a grey line there. there's a red dot just above the zero level on the MACD Platinum. So that would suggest, but I'm not going to take anything until this election's done. So, for example, say there was no election and tomorrow I got a sell signal there, I would take that sell on the high probability, which would hedge and lock in that loss, lock in a small profit between that and the mod MACD buy trade. Now my stop's just above the point of entry. That's just, I might, once the election's done and say price didn't move at all, I'd remove that stop and just, I could remove that stop, or I might just have a think about it anyway. But looking good. New Zealand Swiss franc. I took a sell a few days ago and it looked like it was going all right. Everything was going to plan. There's a regular bearish divergence there. You can see higher highs on price, higher sort of risk trade, hence a stop in place. MACD Platinum slightly lower on the highs, so it's just a regular, but you know, there's divergence. One's definitely heading up, the other one's slightly heading down. It was looking good up until today. Everything seems to reverse today. Oh, Murphy's Law. Where are we? Swiss franc. Took a sell back here. Closed half and I hit these sort of lows here. Brought my stop down. Now this blue line, I've been banging on about it for weeks. Parity 1.00000000. So $1 US equals 1 Swiss franc. Now we're through the zero level on the MACD Platinum, still heading down. Stops in place there. We're in a sell. Got a few pips to make up. It's been a bit of a dog to trade on the dailies. Have a look at that. Just tough going. So we'll just bear with it and see how we go. But at least we're in a winning trade at the moment. Pound New Zealand, nothing happening, not taking anything. This has just been going sideways for month. What's that? Since about here, what's that? 42 trading days, 2 months. 20 trading days in a month roughly, so that's 2 months worth of crap. I drew this line in ages ago, but across these two highs here, and just extended along, and it just bounce. Went through a bit, but straight back up to it. It's like a giant magnet. I wonder what's left of that. I'm just having a look, see what's... Yeah, it's been another high here, but just sort of curve fitting a bit there. But no, it's a pound New Zealand, just going to sit on it and wait. Here's one of my ugly ones, pound USD. I took a hedge buy. I've been 3 old sells all the way back here. Got a heap of pips in the bank, but it's not going to be enough to cover these losses. So what I've done is I've taken a hedge buy. So I should be hedged, yes. And that was, what did I have? Hidden bullish divergence, so that was that. So that worked out well, because that eventually, yep, that worked. That's gone well, that trade. Now, again, the election's coming up. There's possible regular bearish divergence happening here, setting up. But again, wait for the elections, and we'll work out what we can do here. Could be a while before I get down to these sell trades. You know, just a matter of working this pair. Price is a long way from the MA, so I'm expecting some sort of pullback, but we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. New Zealand Japanese Yen, nothing doing, waiting on a potential setup with regards to regular bearish divergence, but nothing happening at the moment. Nice pair to trade at times. I thought it was rolling over, hence the vertical line and the red dot on the the MACD Platinum. But like everything else today, changes mind. Gold, bit of a tough one for me, this one recently. This crap is just going nowhere fast. There's a nice big up move. Now it's just sort of meandering. We might get a better indication by the end of the week on where gold's going, I think. It's just... and you got to remember too, we've got, what else we got coming up this week? We've got the old trade war between China and the US, and I think there's some sort of decision coming out this weekend with regards to that. I'm going to have to look into that. I'm not sure. I think the US is getting cranky with China again. I'm going to have to read up on it. And then you've also got impeachment proceedings. So that's a big thing when it comes to the US. It's the world's biggest economy, or right up there. It's one of the world's biggest. So yeah, gold can be affected by those sort of big news events. So just got to be, at the moment I'm hedged, so I can't lose anything. I'm just sitting tight at the moment. The good thing is they're all pretty close, these trades, so it's not too drastic. Silver in nothing. I wasn't a buy, and I got a reversal signal. I took the close, took the loss, and now it's heading up. So we've got regular bullish divergence. I've got to get, I think I've stuffed this up before. Yeah. So we got price heading down and the MACD heading up. So it's regular bullish divergence. So we might get another. The thing I like, it's a downtrend, but it's looks like it's weakening. You know what I mean? Like talk about structure. It's come down, pull back, come down. It hasn't really, it's taken out the previous low across here. So it's taken out that low there. And it's pulled back just a little bit, and it's just come down, and it's just taken out that other low. It's at the 240 LMA now, and it's already bounced up a bit, and the MACD's heading up, so there might be another potential buy signal coming up there. So this is silver. So that's it, boys and girls, for the charts. Like I said, it's now just clicked over 5 past midnight, so we're now into Thursday. In less than 2 hours, we'll have the US federal fund rate news. Not expecting a change, but who knows what's going to happen. So once again, thanks for watching the video. I know they're not the most exciting videos, as I always say. Just be careful around all this major news. Thanks to all those that have subscribed to the channel, whether it be the Facebook, Telegram, or the YouTube channel. If you do like these videos, please hit the subscribe button, or at least hit the like button. Give me some love. And I will chat to you guys probably 6 a.m. tomorrow via the Facebook and Telegram when I get up and look at my charts. I will be staying up and watching the US rates. I've had to sleep this afternoon, so I'm like an Energizer bunny at the moment, and I'll just about have a cup of coffee, so all good. Enjoy the night all. Thank you for watching. Cheers.